G'day, how are we? Despite Parking Garage Rally Circuit looking relatively simple and easy to get into, it's hard to master but still retains an incredible amount of fun. That simplicity and just the general fun aspect is part of the reason I really wanted to do a video on it. The indie space can be one where something totally obscure gets noticed, gains traction, and can even change the life of a single person or small team that maybe didn't think their project would amount to much beyond a few sales. I think the dev for this game, Wallaber, however it's pronounced, I'm not sure, is probably doing alright for themselves, and the sales are likely pretty good, but not good enough. Wallaber is committed to a Switch and Sega Saturn version at 50,000 and 100,000 units sold respectively, but none of these even had trailers released. So that's why I say the sales are not good enough, and also partly why I want to champion this game a little. I think it's more than deserving of being in the spotlight, and I also want to bring it up a little bit because I know it gets a reaction from my mates every time I talk about it. It's basically a form of sustenance for me to annoy them. At any point, a video of mine could be picked up in the algorithm and do well. It happened to my Gladiator video. So, on the off chance a big influx of people get recommended this video, go buy Parking Garage Rally Circuit. If you need a little more convincing, then allow me to talk about the game for a little bit. You'll find yourself racing in 4 different cars across 9 parking garages across the US. Being fast enough to snag gold is only the start though. With a leaderboard and ability to download any ghost or the next couple of people ahead of you, the game is waiting for you to find the best lines and start climbing. I'm not the kind of person that is competitive enough to reach the top, but I unfortunately do have a competitive attitude, so despite gold in every car on every track being achievable in about an hour, I've then put another 10 plus into getting better and trying to chase positions that I could be happy with on the leaderboard. Sometimes I struggle greatly to just do half decent. Other times I do well enough to hit the top 100. As cool as this is, I'm actually still incredibly far off the top driver. So, chain your drifts, boost away, and that's it, right? Not quite. You'll quickly find out why that won't work all the time. Boost yourself up a ramp and you'll be launched into the air. Drift up or down the ramp, however, and you'll usually remain glued to the road. I say usually because, as far as I can tell, there is a limit on how fast the game will let you drift up a ramp before it starts flipping you. Careful of hitting the walls, as it tends to make the car do some funny things. I guess in that regard it's true to actual rallying, in that being anywhere other than the track itself means you're probably having a bad time. The more you boost, the faster your car will go. Speed is maintained into your next drift so long as you don't let the speed increase wear off. This is where you really start to get tested as you learn how to navigate these tight areas at 120 kilometers an hour, 596.5 furlongs per hour for the Yanks that might be watching. It can be frustrating and you might be disheartened watching the out-of-the-box thinking that leads to the very top times. Just ignore those at first. The game will automatically load up the ghosts of those that are just ahead of you, so it's very easy to just get into this addictive loop of constantly chasing better lines and tighter margins. Great gameplay isn't all this game has going for it, as you can see with its Sega Saturn era visual style, which can also be customized to be made more crunchy so you can really relish in that 90s fueled nostalgia. And then you get the last pillar that makes the game stand out, an original Scar soundtrack by the Holophonics. I didn't have too much of a nostalgic reaction to the visual design. I did have one though when booting up the game for the first time, and heard a sound similar enough that it took me all the way back to my childhood. With modded tracks now possible through Steam Workshop and more official tracks coming soon, there's not really any reason to not be playing Parking Garage Rally Circuit, unless you hate fun or refuse to buy games I suggest out of spite, like my mates do. It's a steal at only $15 dues. Load it up, get your golds, race people until you get better, or just say fuck it and load up over 200 ghosts at once. Fucking get that up ya. The jury panel for Geoff Keighley's Game Awards is quite vast, but I do wonder if maybe sports and racing games are just not touched at all by the majority of them beyond the usual yearly titles, because Parking Garage Rally Circuit was certainly deserving of an award for me. Fingers crossed I can do something to get more eyes on this one. More stuff coming soon, hopefully, for the channel. I've been procrastinating terribly on starting the next Gladiator video, and I have a couple other ones that I've just paused while I've been in the middle of making them. We'll see what happens. No concrete promises. Until the next video, have a good one.